You're tuning in to the Black Hollywood Live Network, featuring news, interviews, and commentary on all things Black Hollywood. Hollywood redefined. From Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is Black Hollywood Live, The Beat. Featuring the week's roundup and commentary on music news. Black Hollywood Live, Hollywood redefined.
You're listening to Black Hollywood Live.
And now, the host for Black Hollywood Live, The Beat.
Hey. We was getting into Lil' Kim a little bit earlier. Hey, we started. Yo, what up, guys? Welcome to Black Hollywood Live's The Beat. It's your boy DJ Jesse Janity here in studio I am here with singer, songwriter, funkadelic performer, Miss Malina Moye. What up, girl?
Hey, baby, how you doing?
I'm so glad you're here.
I'm
you
so
have a
glad
lot
to
of
be
spice.
Oh,
I'm loving it. That's our studio audience right
I
there.
love it. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here. I love you all. You guys are fools.
Well, I'm gonna take that as a compliment.
What compliment?
Well, I want to introduce my lovely co-host over here.
Yes.
We have Mr. Sean Allen.
Yo, what's up?
Hey.
Sean Allen's back.
I'm back.
And then we have Miss Queen.
Good. I'm happy to be back. You know what I mean? I'm back in the building.
You back in the building. All right. So before we get into your music,
Okay.
I want to hear what you have to say about some music up here in 2014.
All right.
All right. So we have some Twitter topics. Some ish was going on in Africa, y'all. This past week.
I know.
We all know about the Ebola, right?
Yes.
Well, Akon got a little slack.
He went all the way.
So
Full-fledged.
Akon was performing at the Republic of Congo, and
God.
he was inside this bubble, crowd surfing and performing all of his songs. The media took that and spiraled it into this. Akon is shading his people, and he doesn't want to catch Ebola. Well, one, what's wrong with that? I mean, what's wrong with that? I don't see anything wrong with that. But two, Akon stepped out and said, shame on the media for stepping out. I use this ball on all of my shows. I've been using it for years. And it just amazes me that the media could take something like that. Like, that just goes to show y'all was not paying attention to no Akon. Because if you done seen it, I YouTubed it. I tried to make sure he was not making nothing up.
So
he's been doing it since 2012.
2010 or 2012?
Maybe it was 2010.
2010. He said this ball makes it easy for him to crowd surf.
Yeah.
It's just happened to pull it out in Africa right about now while Ebola's going on. I think people need to calm down and stop taking things so serious all the time. And hey, why not? That's smart. He makes sure that he doesn't fall.
There you go.
And who doesn't want to touch the ball?
But you know what? At the same time, he should have been sensitive to what's going on in Africa right now.
Get the hell out of here. He pulled it out at the right time.
He shouldn't have done that.
No, he did it right.
It always shows you too that there's two sides to a story. Because I'm gonna be honest. At first, when I saw it, I was just thinking, okay, bad timing. And then no, really, I'm like, bad timing. What are we doing? But now hearing the correct way, and he's been doing it since 2010. Then you go, okay, I get it. And then of course, I'm sure the cleanup is definitely taking place. But right? Because I said the man in the what's that movie? The boy in the plastic.
Boy in the bubble.
Next level. No, I got it. I got you.
So shout out to you, Akon.
Yes.
At least you perform. You went out there to perform.
And I'm sure you killed it.
Right.
As always.
Moving on from that. Now, Twitter, y'all are some clowns. Talk about fools. So Ja Rule and Ashanti did a performance.
Stop.
It was at the Nigerian anniversary concert.
Wait, that's not Beyonce. I'm sorry.
So listen.
I'm sorry.
So it was for the nation's 54th Independence Day. They came out and they performed a whole bunch of songs, and Twitter went ham calling it the On the Run bootleg.
They said when you go to Craigslist to purchase your Beyonce and Jay-Z on the run tickets,
that's what you get.
This is what you get.
Oh my God.
They said this is the great value version.
right now, I'm still shocked at the photo. I thought this was Beyonce. No.
That's what she's trying to do.
That's what they're giving. I mean, they're giving like Santee Alley Beyonce.
She look good, though.
She looks amazing. She looks beautiful. I swear to God, with the hair, the whole nine, I thought for sure that's what was going on. And then the way we got it cropped up top, I was like,
when I first saw it before I read the caption, I was like, that's Beyonce with a drunken love wig on.
Yep.
Right.
Let
me stop. I said,
right. That's Beyonce. But then I looked again, I said, that's not Jay-Z, though.
But you know what?
Then I read the caption, and I was like, oh, shit.
And then I noticed this part right here, because B would never do that.
Well, not only that,
So that's what I was like.
but B's thighs don't do that either.
Don't talk about thighs
Girl.
Because the thighs that touch has the best stuff.
Oh no, I heard that
it's.
Oh no, girl, I heard Ashanti has some good stuff.
Right there. So
Just
let's
saying.
talk about the thighs. That's why all these girls is trying to get thick because they want them thighs to touch.
I love it. That sounds like a rap track.
That's right.
That sounds like a rap
Keep
track.
it nice and moist. Moving on.
So Ja Rule just sent one tweet out. He said, "On the run bootleg." He laughed about it. He said, "Y'all are fools." He said, "1 week they love you, 1 week they hate you.
That's
Both
real
weeks
talk.
I got paid."
Oh, way to the back. Let's keep
Okay.
man.
So shout out to
Love
Ja
it.
Rule. Shout out to Ashanti.
We love you.
Honestly, I would have loved to have seen that performance. I would have been like, "Always there when you come." Yeah, I would have been jamming.
I would never talk about Ja because I personally know him. Like, we lived in the same building. Like, I was there when his daughter was born. So I'm never going to give no type of shade towards Ja. I love you, Jeff. You know that. And at the end of the day, people forget that they had the music game on lock.
Amen.
So they could 4 or
5
5 years straight, so they could say whatever they want to say. They knew Murder Inc. was the shit.
During a time when music was royalty.
Exactly, and everybody was unique.
Yep.
He was unique. And people started hating. Stop jumping on the bandwagon, bitches.
Well.
Don't forget Murder Inc. used to run shit all day. Q Borough, I'ma represent Queens every day. Ja Rule, we in the building.
Cause we from New York. Girl, you got me back to them BET commercials. Wrap it up.
I'm going it down right now. Okay. No, but seriously, it's great.
Okay.
I would love to see the concert too. I'm sorry I didn't see the picture. I really did. I thought it was Beyonce. I didn't know. But I just got schooled. Beautiful.
Okay.
Well, so
All the way to
it's
the
funny that you mentioned Ja Rule being unique, and you know there was a time where Ja Rule was popping, and then all of a sudden he fell off. And it's funny because it was 50 Cent who kind of has the power over saying that he killed Ja Rule's career, in essence. So this past week, 50 Cent and the G Unit camp sat with Snoop Dogg, which was a very interesting. Snoop felt real comfortable with 50. 50 seemed a little awkward at moments, but I'm going to play this clip of what 50 Cent said, 50 and Snoop said.
A lot of the artists that what I find now is in our culture that things are trending.
Yeah.
So they're following what the last person just did.
Everybody in music do this.
Yeah, offering something new. It's the same exact thing.
If your shit don't do this, you ain't hot.
Yeah, they go like this.
I got a whole album, that motherfucker don't do none of this.
If you play a new joint, they be like, I feel something, but it's not making me do this.
Like, what the fuck? When did music have to be on one groove line?
Yeah.
Like, I hear what you're saying like that. What was so dope about it, like, when I used to listen to hip-hop in the 80s, the niggas from the East Coast all was different. Like, the niggas from Queens didn't sound like the niggas from, the niggas that was from Brooklyn, niggas from Bronx, none of them niggas sounded alike, but they all was from New York. Now, every nigga in the rap game sound like they from down south.
Yeah, same.
Yo,
How do y'all feel about that comment? Everybody in the rap game, but wait, go ahead, say what you're gonna say. The shot of them all smoking a blunt, like y'all just brought your own blunt.
The guy in the middle, the boy in the middle was so gone. 50 have to go, like, say your name. He was like, oh, yo, my name is... And 50 was like, yo, Snoop did this to him. They all get... And you don't get how with Snoop, you'll never be able to know what size your shoes are fucking with Snoop.
That's why they had all them shoes on the table.
Right. Anyway, so what happened?
So within that, I mean, it kind of goes hand in hand with what we said. So here's 50 Cent saying, oh, nobody's authentic enough anymore.
Right.
You know, well, at that time, you were shading Ja Rule, you know. So now 50 has kind of gone through his career and probably now understands where Ja Rule was at that time.
Right.
Because let's face it, Ja Rule was where 50 is now at that time. In 2014, why do y'all think that music has taken this time? Because even the 90s, you know, the 90s, we had freestyle, we had hip hop, we had all these different genres that were so different, and they were really eclectic. And now in 2014, it's kind of like everything meshes together, and it's like Taylor Swift's doing hip hop and country. Like, who knew? And wait, she has a techno track out too. Okay, and where do you think that came from originally?
I kind of think like pop media altogether kind of overcompensates for the racial issues in the country. So what they're trying to do is like not be, you know, all the issues that's going on without being too heavy. They try to make it opposite with the music and the content we listen to. So it's not, none of it is done with passion, none of it is authentic, so it all sounds the same. It's all about blending in. We blend in there and we get together there, like when it comes to media, but when it comes to like real issues, so I kind of think that's like, they counteract, you know what I'm saying? And the internet kind of changed music. The way we consume music and media altogether, it kind of, you know, it changed. So that's where it is, and I think until, especially in our culture, until we purchase music, it's going to be the same shit over and over and over and over and over.
Well, and Malina, for you in 2014, how do you stay to your sound without feeling like, oh, should I be influenced with, you know, what Beyonce's doing or what Rihanna's doing? How do you stay?
That's a great question. For me, I guess it also just boils down to me as a person. I just have always been, I like to think of myself as a leader, and I think it's important to be unique. That's my whole message to anybody, because that is, if you stay true to yourself and you are unique, that's going to be the one thing that's going to set you apart from everybody else. And I also say that, you know, a lot of people don't like to talk about it, but it takes capital. So that's the reason why some of these people that you see are all sounding the same, is simply because the machine has a formula. And if you can fit the formula, they're going to put that money behind that formula. If you're not going to be that formula, you're going to need some capital. So thank God for the independent scene, where, you know, a lot of artists are also starting to come together and understand what I'm saying, because I'm also part of the independent scene as well, meaning like
in which you've been very successful.
Thank you. Thank you.
Girl, top 100 Billboard. Yeah, do that.
The female Jimi Hendrix.
Thank you. But the thing about it is again, finding that thing that makes you separate. And then, of course, for myself, I own my own label. And then I also have marketing and distribution with Sony. But it took us a while to get there. And then, of course, as a businesswoman, I totally understand how this business works, and I definitely have respect for it. But like I said, if you understand the animal that you're dealing with, you'll understand why pop and certain people are doing certain things. It's because they're fitting that mold, and that's the money they understand. Now, trust me, I am 100%, for me, I feel they want you to go and be different and discover and do all these things, but not on their dime.
Right.
So they're saying, please, I hope you can just become most trending and do everything so that we can get behind that, because now you've helped us to make this work. And back then, remember,
it was artist development. There was a lot of, it's nothing.
Now it's like, please.
So you have to do the work before going in.
And look, if you look at it like this, though, imagine if you got 20 acts and we all got to go to radio, right? And now how you going to sell all 20 of us to this radio person? Who you ain't going to be able to pitch all 20 of us. So the thing is, if you can come up with your own money and hire your own team, and you can hire the same people, and then that guy can go in, because you are saying, look, I'm paying you and I want you to pitch me along with Beyonce, along with Lord, along with 50. Therefore, you have a better shot than me being under that whole chain and going with the other 300 acts. I mean, I like to break it down. If you look at the time when we had, before Arsenio got canceled, I love Arsenio, thank him so much. He gave me a great opportunity. But it's like this, that month, you know how many acts was actually on national television? Like 5. That's great. Like, seriously, when you look at the math, then people have to look at it and say this. It's only 100 spots on the Billboard chart. 10 actually matter. 5 you will never get. They're already taken care of. I probably get in trouble for saying stuff like this. But the 5 other ones, you're going to have to work your ass off. But the thing is, that's the beauty about the business. There ain't no rule. And if you understand how the whole machine works, you're going to get in. That I promise you.
That was a preach moment right there, girl. That was awesome. Girl, you gonna write it? We need you to write tell all.
Okay.
All right, let's get into. You know what, Queen? I'm gonna let you intro this one.
Yeah.
I was telling Malina a little bit about him, but you go ahead because you found him.
I am absolutely obsessed with this kid. His name is the Great Kid A. Ooh. Kid A the Great. The Great. See, he got the Great Kid A here, but his name is Kid A the Great.
Ooh, I love it.
He is 12 years old, and he is an amazing dancer. His video went viral. Like, I don't know. Do you have anything so we can see?
We sure do.
Let's take a look, and then I'm going to have something to say.
Oh.
I need you guys to take a look at this boy.
This is ridiculous.
I'm absolutely in love with this 12-year-old boy. I want a baby.
Come on. Oh, come on.
He slaughtered it, look.
For all of our listeners at home, he's killing it right now.
Watch this.
Tune in to BlackHollywoodLive.com.
Hey, watch this. Keep this right here. This is it. This is my shit. Right here. Just slay him. Hey. Hey.
Oh my God. Oh! They can't see him. Oh my God.
At all.
No.
Like, you got served.
Look at him. What? Watch this. Hey!
He is too young to be knowing all that.
I love him.
He did that.
He was in a battle. It was another kid that he was battling, but he slaughtered him. He comes from a family of dancers. His oldest brother, who is legally deaf, who can't hear anything. He has to touch the speaker to feel the beat before he starts dancing. And he's the one who taught Kid A the Great how to dance. His father passed away when he was younger from the H1N1 flu virus. Wow. But their family is so close. Their mom is doing a great job. They are amazing dancers. And I am obsessed with this 12-year-old little boy.
And Queen's going to get him in studio.
I'm going to get him in studio.
I'm gonna watch it.
If they're listening or if they're hearing, they're listening right now or watching or whatever. I love you. I love your mom, because your mom contacted me today. I think that you're doing a great job with your children.
Amen.
They are extremely talented. Kid A the Great, 12 years old. He is definitely going to be big. He reminds me of Columbus Short from Stump the Yard. I'm obsessed.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, I loved him.
He killed it.
Did he kill that?
Oh my God.
So good luck and continue with your success.
Amen.
Yes.
Tiana puts a lot of different types of tracks out, and I wonder if like the audience can't like figure out who she is as an artist. I wonder if that's what the connection problem, because I just don't understand why this girl can't pop like the way I feel she should pop.
Right.
I think she's awesome. I've been following her work for a long time. Actually, one of her songs from her old mixtape that she has is one of my favorite songs.
The Miseducation one?
Yes, the Miseducation. Oh my God, I love her. And she used the hook to "Ain't None of Your Friends' Business." Genuine original is the original person who did that, and she used that hook in this song. Honestly, I love Tiana Taylor. Maybe hopefully this mixtape and this time that she's coming out, hopefully this will bring her to the level where she needs to go.
Sometimes that's all it is just time.
She needs some of Malina's knowledge over there.
She needs to
I love that. Thanks. But I was going to say sometimes too, it's you keep it moving. Sometimes it's just time. You can just keep doing your thing, and the cream always rises to the top.
Sure.
Tiana, keep doing your thing, girl. It's killing.
Yeah.
Sean, how you feel about
I think she's working on an album. My boy Drew is coming in. He's coming in to visit us. He wrote number 4 or number 11 on her album. Comes out in November.
Well, there we go.
She's about to come out. She's about to pop off.
Look at Sean with the tea.
I don't, the song, all her songs that she did this era, like her video with Pusha T, that's hot. So she, you know what I'm saying? I think she found her sound. She found her audience, and
her hair was cracking.
Yeah,
always.
She was good.
I was right. Her hair was cracking, so I was like,
them curls,
right,
Tiana.
work, baby.
We about to see a lot of her. You know?
All right, well, we about to see a lot of this one right here, Miss Malina Moye. What up, girl? Look at that picture. That is, you guys serving. I was like trying to pick which picture we was gonna use because she had 3 choices I could select from, and I was looking at these like I don't know which one I want.
Like that one that's just giving you a little bit of little Kim. She just covered it.
With the guitar. Okay. Now I heard that you are endorsed by Fender.
Yes, my love. I love Fender. Fender's one of, to me, it's one of my. Right, they are one of the greatest guitar makers in the world. The guitars are absolutely beautiful. They're incredible to play, and it doesn't hurt that now we have the best relationship. No, it's like anything you can think of, they can make happen, and I think it's just wonderful.
They've been treating you good.
And man, and this particular guitar, you can't tell from this, but this guitar actually has over 3,000 Swarovski crystals.
What?
Wow.
So,
As the roses?
Oh, the whole guitar. I should have the entire, all this is crystals up top. And then when on stage, when the lights hits it, it's just crazy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's probably
Oh,
dope.
girl, well, wait. Now, I heard that you have a performance coming up tomorrow.
He was about to say a porno.
Oh, yeah. And my new porno's coming out as well. It's going to be
Malina
great.
Moye, you got a porno.
My new porno's coming out. I didn't tell you, Mom. I'm sorry. Tomorrow, actually.
No, but you'll be at the House of Blues here in
Yes.
LA.
I'm excited. It's my record release, so we'll be at the House of Blues tomorrow. So, yeah, I would say come on out, but I think it's all sold out.
Well,
but
guys,
please
yeah.
come out anyway. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm just excited to get up and share my music. We've been working very hard, and I'm always excited about just getting out to play.
And so your new EP is Rock and Roll.
Yes, Rock and Roll Baby.
It's going to come out November 11th?
It's actually going to be
14th.
October 14th.
October 14th?
Yes.
Hey, girl, so that's like what, next week?
Yep. So, yep.
You
So
quit your job.
Thank you. That's right. I got fired
You got
from my
fired
job.
from your job. And you find this pop machine.
That's right.
And
That's right,
It's
yeah.
called Chaotic.
The drink, yep.
And you take a sip of it, and then Bootsy starts talking to you.
Say it. That's right. Basically,
Girl, where do I get that drink? I want some of that Bootsy drink. I want Bootsy to be in my bedroom singing songs and be like, hey.
No, I love it. No, but that pretty much is the premise. Is like saying pretty much my life, everything is crazy. I just got fired, screwed with him, whatever. And then I'm like, oh yeah, let me get a quick drink. And then I took a drink, and it's like, man, it's like everything just changed. And now it's like Malina in Wonderland. So yeah, with the video, like I said, the drummer is actually Frankie Cash Waddy, who's actually, he played with James Brown. So this is so cool because with the whole Get On Up movie. Did y'all see the movie?
Yeah.
No, I haven't had a chance to see it.
You got to see the
Yep.
movie. That was killer. Seriously. So when I was just so proud that these guys were a part of it, and then also just seeing that movie and just understanding how a lot of my where I'm coming from. You know what I mean? Because sometimes you'll see certain artists, and then because of you not being born at certain times, you're gonna start to get things that have become saturated, and then you'll start to develop, but from what they did rather than seeing the original where it came from.
Right.
So when I see that movie, I said, oh, okay, I see what's going on.
Makes sense.
Yeah, man. So just having the opportunity to get Bootsy,
That's huge.
That alone that's big.
Now,
Thank you.
you've had a relationship with Bootsy prior to this.
Yeah,
correct?
what happened was I actually performed. Where did we perform? Oh, I remember. It was the first time I met Bootsy. We actually did something at the Conga Room, and then he loved what I was doing and asked me to come to the studio. So when I got to the studio, I never forgot. Like I just came, just like, okay, let's we gonna jam. They were full fledged. They had the outfits on. Sheila E was there. I said, oh my, it was crazy. I said, oh my, I learned so much, but. That's where I think the relationship started, and then from there I ended up doing the NAMM show, and it was Verdine White and myself, and then we got up and of course Bootsy, Patty's wife, and then it was just great. And then from there I said, hey, I got this song, I'd love for you to take a listen. I said, man, it'd be so cool if he would just do like a nice little intro. And then when he sent it back, I was like, oh my God, I love it. We gotta keep it.
Wow.
And then we shot the video.
That's huge.
And thank you. I loved it. And I just like, and the cool thing is, you do stuff.
White? Like,
You do something, and then like it's amazing how this is what I'm saying about Tiana. It's like you do something, and then suddenly now it's starting to go to radio, and that's what I mean. Is like you never panned certain things, and then jumped on the chart, Billboard chart. And I'm like, wow, okay, so now we start to make some more moves. It's amazing how it works.
And it's amazing, like, the people that you've, like, worked with. Like, so you performed for Stevie Wonder.
Jeez.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
who does that? Hosted
love
by
Mr.
Shaka
Steve.
Khan. Like, I mean, the names that
yeah.
are in your bio is, like, ridiculous.
Thank you.
It's like you're just a part of this OG legendary,
love
like,
it.
group of people.
And every time I'm around them all, I'm like this.
Right.
Man, right? Just
Starstruck.
how'd
What
you
was
do
that
it? How'd you
performance
do it?
like?
Well, the first one, Mr. Steve, it was so great because it was the most exciting thing is a neighbor of mine said, you know, there's somebody who wants to meet you. And I said, okay. This is early in the morning. And she said, just come right now. And I'm like, man. So I get over there, right? And I'm sitting down. And she was like, yeah, he heard your album. I don't know if I could. No, I got to watch straight. So I'm like, I didn't realize what's going on. But anyway, he heard the record. We talked a bit. And we spoke about the president. But it was incredible because it was 6 o'clock in the morning. Wow. And it just turned into some greatness. And then he said, hey, you know, you should come play at my birthday. And next thing I know, I'm at the birthday. It was amazing. And then next thing you know, we're doing the Toys for Tots, the big event he does in December. And then, you know, with Shaka Khan, that was one of the largest West Coast concerts we did for Artists for Peace. And that was great. And Eric Benet was a part of it. And that was great. Wow. Of course, Mr. Steve. But
see what happens when you remain unique?
Mm-hmm. Amen.
The legends, stay true to who you are. The legends respect that.
Amen.
And they want to bring you in because you chose to be different. So if people can take a little page from your book,
Amen.
Remain unique because you will remain blessed.
Amen. Thank you.
When you do things that are different, that is the best way to get noticed.
And I got to be honest, and that's how we got to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. The actual president had called and said, I love this video. You got to come play for Chuck Berry. And I said, what?
Wow.
See?
Like, the names. It's just like, really?
So I get
nothing
there.
but legends.
Ernie Isley, Run DMC, or DMC, Steve Jordan. I mean, it was crazy. And then I remember going, and Lemmy Kilmister from Motorhead. So it was all those experiences incredible. And I think, yeah, and then the one that all of them are amazing. But the one that's so cool is when I did the national anthem, just going out to play, and we were back in Minnesota.
Which you were the first female African American to ever perform.
Let's
get on a guitar.
discuss it.
What? No, but I was gonna say that it's cool.
I mean, that's a cool. You know what I'm saying? Just
As we sip the tea.
talk about being legendary.
But I ain't gonna say nothing. No, we having a Kirby moment.
I know, right? No, but that was incredible because yeah, at the moment you just want to do a good job. So I'm sitting here in my mind just trying to focus, and then all of a sudden when it was all done, I just remember they were saying, "You realize that this is a historical moment?" I said, "Really?" And then they told me all the stuff. And then the Hard Rock, now I'm going to get all the items that I wore that day. They're doing a display case. So I'm just like, wow.
That's amazing.
See what I'm saying?
And
That's all
I
God,
mean,
too. That's all God.
Man.
Are you going to have to tell me which Hard Rock, wait, they put them in the Hard Rock hotels?
And then it'll go on to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Take pictures with it.
I know, right?
Go take a selfie.
You know how we do it. Yeah. And they're going to be like, Malina. I'm like, yeah, I really
Sure did.
Yes,
Sure the fuck did.
Yes, I did. Now what? What? Please. So, I mean, yeah. So it's just that I'm just like, wow.
You're living your life.
God,
and you're
it's
living
good.
your dreams.
And then the last one. When we was in Europe, this was my favorite. Only because you understand, I came here 10 years ago with $20 and I was homeless.
Wow.
And I remember.
Motivation.
Come on. And when I was on tour, and I remember we was in the plane, and I just remember going, man, this is crazy. What makes it crazy because it was the private plane. Let's add that key back in. It was a private plane. And I'm sitting there like, damn. As I landed at Lord March. Lord March is part of the royal family. So I had to land in his, I guess at his airport, which is actually on his base, so that I can get to the castle to play God Save the Queen for the Queen of England.
I can't. She said, get up out of this chair.
Like,
who are you?
And just
Wait a minute. And that's what I said. I remember going, oh, this is. And then when the Royal Air Force, I forget the tip of my tongue, they did a flyover when I finished the last note. I remember I looked up and I said, oh my God, this is crazy.
Surreal.
Yeah, I did. That one. I remember I said, I will never see this again in my lifetime. I did.
Wow.
Yeah, that one.
That was a moment.
That was a moment.
I love that you brought up,
That was a good one.
to only having $20 in your pocket.
Oh, that's real.
But,
That's
you know, because one thing
real,
that I really like to talk about is depression in the arts. Because one thing I've gone through and a lot of my friends have gone through is when you're an entrepreneur, when you're an artist and you're in the industry, and it's that you work 24/7. Every moment is your job. When you're sleeping, that's work because you need to rest yourself.
That's right.
You know? There's always that moment where you get down and it's like, I'm tired.
Yeah.
How do I keep pushing on? Nobody's on my side. It's just me. For you, what was that moment and what really kept you pushing?
That's a great question. You know what? It's going. I might going to say this network where I'm going to start crying.
That's
But look,
okay.
no.
If it's teary, girl, you're going to make me cry. I'm a sensitive person.
Me too. Listen, I'm not even going to do that because the thing is this. It's like it's like this. You have to. That is like the hardest thing, but the main thing is you have to find at least 1 or 2 people who can really, really lift you up. I mean, when I mean it, I mean it in the smallest circle of people who are never gonna ever judge you. That is the only way it's gonna work. Because I promise you, they're like when everything is gone, when there's nothing, not a penny, you gotta go really deep inside and go, okay, whether I make money or not, this is what I love to do. This is what I have to do because this is a part of me. And the thing is, I'm gonna be honest, once you start to take that approach, that's when everything happens. Because you're not doing it for everybody. You kind of like, this, I have to do this. This is a part of Malina. And then when that started taking place, the money showed up.
Oh my God. I can relate to her right
now.
now.
The money showed up. And then you just like, God, oh my, it's everything. And God gives it to you when you need it. You may think, okay, I'm need
always on time.
Man, come on, because sometimes I'm like, I need this and this.
Always on time.
I love it, but that's it. And you want to, and for me, I just never ever lost the focus. Even when people were like, Malina, I don't know, and I'm like, you're wrong. You don't know the vision that God has given me and what I'm supposed to do. Right. So I'm going to peer forward and I'm going to make it work. And I'm sure the right people are going to definitely show up.
Oh my God.
That's it. Girl. And that's hard to say, but they will show up. I promise you.
It's inspiring.
I'm on that page right now.
Then it's going to happen.
I'm personally going through a transition right now. Of course, I don't need to discuss it at this moment because it's not about me, but I totally understand, but I understand where you are because I moved here as well. I didn't know literally not one person, and I moved here with a goal, and I'm living my dreams right now. So at the same time, people need to understand that faith without works is dead. Have faith. Know and have faith in your ability. Know that you have the ability to make whatever it is you feel in your heart happen. No matter how many times people tell you can't do it or you're crazy or what are you thinking.
That's right.
Your vision is your vision. God speaks to you. No matter, he's not going to speak to other people about you unless it's meant for them to be in your life and in your movement. Hello, we're not going to start preaching.
That's why I preach. And like you said, Queen, he makes it come into reality, and that's why Rock and Roll Baby is coming out.
I'm so
next
excited.
week, October 14th.
Yes.
What about this album did you really want to discuss? What did you want to really share with your fans with this album?
Well, what I want people to understand about this record for me is everyone always uses that term real music, but the thing is, I am a guitar player. And so, of course, I'm going to use chords. And we're going to play leads. And there's going to be vocals. So I'm all about right now just being true to Malina and understand that the sound that I've created is I am a marriage of funk, I'm a marriage of R&B, and I'm a marriage of obviously rock. So I wanted to find the right medium with all those genres and just cultivate that into a sound that hopefully that resonates with people. And if we get lucky, of course, then, that'd be great. Jumps on the charts and, that's a whole other story. But the thing about it for me is I want people to realize that it's just an extension of Malina. And this is my sound and this is my contribution to music. For me, it's my contribution also to life. This is what does Alicia Kate say? Hashtag we are here. Hashtag we are here. Right. I'm here for one side of me is here to play music, and this I hope you enjoy it. This is a part of me.
Oh, girl, you are motivational. And so if you guys want, you guys can check out, make sure you guys go on iTunes and purchase Rock and Roll. It will be available October 14th, Malina Moye, but Chaotic is now available.
Oh, yes, please pick Chaotic up. And also, please tweet, check me out on Instagram, Facebook. Everything is my name, Malina Moye. And again, if you come out tomorrow, please say hi. I look forward to seeing you guys when we actually head out on the road on tour. Please come by, say hi. I'm that individual. So
she is.
She's so sweet.
Great energy.
Thank you.
All right, so we're gonna get into the 6 mix. So this is 6 songs, Malina. I want you to listen to, and I want you to be very honest. All right. So the first song we talked about him last week. I'm just gonna support him because I want him to get out there. Elijah Blake. The song is called "Wicked." Elijah Blake, "Wicked," off of his EP Drift. You guys liking Elijah Blake?
Yeah, I think he sounds sexy.
I do too.
Nice little He's my morning time person. Him and Luke James, I put them on in the morning. I'd be like, because it's not too much.
Yeah. I love it. That's a positive.
You know, that's girls like stuff like this.
Huh. I was like this. Okay.
I'm like, okay.
He's cute too. Yeah. We like him.
So Elijah, he's a writer. He's been writing for Rihanna.
We love him.
The big people. And he is trying to get out on his own now. So shout out to Elijah.
It worked for Neo. Good luck for him.
Look.
Okay.
Come on, Elijah.
Shoot. His ex-wife, his ex-girlfriend's making money just off of Neo. All right. Moving on. I had to do this. The song actually came out last month, but people just, I guess, were not. This is Trina, and she is the Diamond Princess. I sure do love Trina. And here's the thing.
The baddest bitch.
She really is. Because at the end of the day, this bitch has been around since when Lil Kim was out to now when Nicki Minaj is out.
Right.
Consistent.
Wow.
Consistency key. There you go. That's real.
And she says, you know, I may not be on the charts, but I'm still getting paid. So this is Trina, Gone Mad, featuring Brittany T. This is everything.
I'm a little foreign red bone, cause everything foreign. And if I ain't out shopping, then I'm overseas touring. Yeah, bitch, I'm out touring. 4 seasons where I'm snoring. You bitches life boring. I'm the only bitch scoring. I'm a Louboutin killer. Casket fresh killer. Make them send me rose. Where them racks at?
Trina, Gone Mad. She done gone mad on that track, yo. How we feeling about Trina?
I think
Gone Mad.
about time. Well, what do you think, Sean?
You know, I want a studio album. I'm happy though. I like her voice.
Me too.
She's dope. You know what I'm saying? The baddest bitch original. Like you said, she a legend. She been here during Lil Kim, Nicki Minaj. So she dope.
She was here before them. Girl, you know that.
That represent like me.
Right.
She's bad. She even told you all that.
I mean,
he let you know.
She was like, if you don't see me, it's because I'm touring.
Well, that's good. It's about time. She's definitely stays relevant.
Yeah.
She stays relevant, but at the same time, I think she needs to be able to break through as well. I don't think she got to the level where she could be.
Yep.
She got the popularity because she has a bad body, of course, and because she dressed. But I don't think that she broke out yet. Yep. She has yet to do the big performances and stuff like that. So she still have a long way to go. That's why she's trying to remain relevant, because she's on her way out.
Next we have T.I. and Pharrell. This is Paperwork off of T.I.'s latest album.
I love him.
Me too.
Don't do no business until you check his. And if all else fail, I just hope that this wine been lit down. Come on. Smoke through the roof. Everything got a cost. They gon' need something on you.
ATL, West Side, that's the only home I know. In 85, me and Uncle Quint used to ride around in the big
T.I. Pharrell, Paperwork. Loving it?
I love it.
I like
nice
it.
See, to me, he always does some cool shit. She always does some cool shit where he just starts like flipping it, and I love that about him. And just his whole attitude in general, little as he is, he's just like, please, I want you to. Please. And everything he do, please, I want you to.
He gives me a little bit of Goody Mob. Like Goody Mob, like
it's
Bob.
That's where he's from, though.
Yeah.
And there you go.
I like that.
All right, so the next track.
Oh, God.
Tamar Braxton's been quiet since that video, Hot Sugar video, and she should have been. But she dropped this track called Let Me Know with Future, and it samples a song that we all might know. Let's take a listen.
You better work at that picture.
Okay. Well, I thought she was Lil Mama at first, though, with the hair.
Oh, we don't care. You better stop.
Tamar Braxton featuring Future, Let Me Know. Liking it? Thumbs up?
I like it.
I like it.
I like it.
She sounded like Tony.
I was just about to say that.
Are we gonna get she did, didn't she?
But that's okay though. She's
Do y'all really want me to go in there?
Go.
Because listen.
Do it.
This is what we were talking about timing. Because Tony had everything on lock. Her sisters was trying so hard to get a break. Tony can't even do nothing right now. Tamar has everything on lock. Not only that, she has people speaking her lingo.
Yep.
Like, she is definitely the shit. I appreciate her. She is doing, she's the new millennium Tony, but with a twist on it.
She can fit the reality TV swag.
Yes, I love love her.
All right, next, this girl is doing it right now. Tanashi, her album Aquarius dropped, and this is actually a bonus track off it called Watch Me Work.
Okay.
Snoop Dogg thing.
I have something to say.
I'm gonna choke you out.
What you thinking?
I like her.
Sean likes.
Okay, I have
Tanashi.
something to say.
What
First
you
of all, I follow her.
She's from LA. She's from LA. So yeah.
Okay, wait, Sean. She may
New
not.
York. I could give two shits about who's from LA.
Girl. So how do you feel about Tanashi?
I like her. I follow her on Instagram.
Okay.
But remember how we were saying how everything is a trend?
Right.
She's singing in that same rap trend.
I know.
It's I call it the twerk. I call it the twerk era.
Yeah.
Like even with her singing, just watch me, baby, work. You can still pop your booty to that.
Right.
Everybody want to pop their ass. That's what I feel. But I think she's dope. I think she's gonna make it.
Absolutely.
She has time. She has time. She's just coming out, so she's gotta, she gotta grind hard and climb hard.
Yep.
She's a beautiful girl too.
I love what you just said, and I would love for this next artist to do the same. This is from New York, Lumidee.
Oh my God.
Yo, and now this track is actually from 2013. A DJ mixed these two tracks together. They took Fat Man Scoop, Whitney Houston, and Lumidee. And this is my work. Yes, girl.
Oh my God.
This is my workout song every morning. So y'all get into this. It's called Dance.
Oh my God.
Lumidee featuring Fat Man Scoop, Dance. Queen, what was that face for? You ain't feeling Lumidee?
First of all, for all of you guys who's not familiar with who Lumidee is, she's wanna sleep if I try. You don't. That song drove me nuts. It played, felt like for 2 summers in a row. And you can tell she's not from LA because her belly is popping out underneath them things. A LA bitch would never get caught like that. Moving right along. I'm not really feeling this song. I've never been a Lumidee fan. But they try to keep her relevant. Right. But I don't think she knows what the hell she's doing.
I unfollowed her on Twitter like a couple of months ago.
You unfollowed her. Yeah. She's just
shit got personal.
I don't think she has talent. I think they just try to keep her relevant because they know her name is because that song. Gotcha. It was. Oh my God, I can't. That song.
She got emotional. You see that? That's what
I like that song, and when I put that song in the club, people be going ham to that beat.
Good. Okay. That's good for the Abbey and shit like that, but that's not good for every day. I won't put that bitch on. She can suck my.
You know what I thought? Wow.
I'm not into it.
I feel like Lumidee has hit or miss tracks. Some of the songs would be listening to her and be like, girl, like,
she can't sing. Like her voice is garbage.
They're all miss.
All right. Well, on that note, honestly, we want to thank you guys for tuning in. Malina, thank you so much for stopping by.
Are you kidding me? I had a ball. Thank you
Rock
so
and Roll
much.
Baby, October 14th on iTunes.
Yes.
And tomorrow at the House of Blues, LA.
I'll see you at 10:30 if you come on out. Yes.
And where can all your fans follow you?
You can follow me at my name, Malina Moye, Twitter. Also, MALINA
And Sean?
I'm Sean Allen, SHAWN ALLEN__. Twitter and Instagram.
Yep.
Hi, for Instagram, I am Queen Wink, QUEEN WINK, and on Twitter, I am Queen Live, LIVE.
You guys can tweet me at DJ Jesse J. Also, make sure you guys check us out at BHL Online. We are streaming live every Friday all day until next week, same time, same place.
Peace.
From producers Maria Menounos, Dario Kristen, Tiana Hobson, Kevin Undergaro, and the entire BHL crew, we would like to thank you for supporting Black Hollywood Live, the first online broadcast network dedicated to African American entertainment. For questions and comments, contact us at info@blackhollywoodlive.com. Like us on Facebook, tweet us, or Instagram us at BHL Online. And I'm your BHL announcer, Scipio. Instagram me at Planet Scipio. Thank you for tuning in.
Music redefined.
The views expressed here are those of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of BHL or its owners or principals.